So what's up with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? Well, fans have requested that the series get away from the bang bang kill all the zombies and dodge the explosions type of Resident Evil games and return to the holy shit I have no ammo in this big scary mansion type of Resident Evil games. And Resident Evil 7 Biohazard does exactly that. You play as Ethan Winters on a quest to save his wife Mia, who has been missing for 3 years. Ethan, that moron, thinks all of this is just a big prank.
I don't know how, but she's back. She's back somehow. Maybe it's a prank.
You think I've been dead for 3 years? It's just a prank, bro. Ethan drives into middle of butt nowhere, Louisiana to find Mia, and despite seeing cow carcasses strung up and dead bodies, he continues on anyway. If that was me, yo, I would have been out of there so fast. Nope, her sister's cuter than her anyway. Ethan eventually finds his wife after literally 5 minutes of looking for her, and on their great escape, she turns into something out of the Grudge and kicks his ass and tries to kill him. She cuts off his hand, which is then stapled back on. Ethan eats a delicious dinner and then sets on his way to find and save his wife from these f***ed up people. The family consists of Jack Baker, the loving father of the house that only wants to treat Ethan like part of the family.
Welcome to the family, son.
Marguerite Baker, the caring mother who loves to cook amazing meals and make you feel right at home.
Stay the fuck out!
Zoe Baker, she knows exactly where you are at all times and also has an inconsistent accent.
You did good, Ethan.
Zoe, right? And what the fuck are these?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive.
And last but definitely least, Lucas Baker, the lunatic crackhead brother that smells way more than humanly possible.
You don't believe me? This short? Well, you can't fake this.
Oh, and then there's this old hag. For the first time in ever, a mainline Resident Evil game goes first person. This brought a lot of comparisons to other first-person horror games such as Outlast, Amnesia, and Alien Isolation. If you call Resident Evil 7 an Outlast ripoff, you'll sound like an idiot. Outlast is a super linear game where the developers funnel you exactly where to go, which is not a bad thing, but Resident Evil 7 is nothing like that. It is a Resident Evil game in every definition of the term, from crafting and backtracking to puzzles and boss fights. By the way, all the puzzles are super easy, step up your game, Capcom. Since the switch to first person, you are headfirst into danger. The enemies aren't attacking your character, they're attacking you, little Susie. Is it just me, but my aim was absolute booty when it came to nailing headshots. I had so much more trouble than I had with past Resident Evil games. You can play the game in VR, but I don't have $700 to throw into the wind. The environments now look amazing thanks to the new RE engine. That stands for Resident Evil Engine. Well, sometimes it looks amazing, other times it looks like liquid shit smeared across your screen. Like, look at that! What the f*** is that? There are plenty of areas in the game with lots of items to find. There are also collectibles in the form of bobbleheads, coins, and files to read for the achievement or trophy hunters out there looking for a challenging game of hide and seek. Or just watch a guide like I did. The boss fights are fun and nerve-wracking through all playthroughs. The bosses have very little pattern, so when you think you got it down, you're getting eaten. In past Resident Evil games, I felt like the bosses, most of the time, were not necessary and broke the flow of gameplay. Resident Evil 4 has like 10 boss fights. 10! Resident Evil 7 has less bosses and aren't nearly as annoying as this thing. After you're done with the Baker house, you think you beat the game? Now here comes the worst level in the entire game, the boat. Oh, you boat. The ship stage feels like a last-minute addition to the game to add another hour or so of gameplay and give some exposition on this little girl you've been hearing so much about. The level is boring and repetitive and takes the term backtracking and turns it into holy f***, I'm here again? You need to visit certain areas multiple times. The door is locked, find something to open it. You find what you need to open it, go back to the door. The game makes the area you're playing in feel huge by having an elevator in the middle of it. No. The area is damn small, but since every character you play as in the game runs as fast as Meta Mario, it takes you years to get from one corner of the ship to the other. Oh yeah, and you play as Mia in this area because all the progress you had with Ethan, it's a woman's time to shine. The area after this is like a wet dream for people that liked Resident Evil 5 and 6 for the action. It's the final stretch towards the end of the game, and all the items that you gathered as Ethan and Mia, you get to waste on all those poor bastards standing in your way. I think it's a fitting last level to let off some steam since you ain't gotta worry about keys to lock doors or solving puzzles, just kill shit. Oh, and those poor bastards are called the Molded. Do you really need me to explain why? Just look at it. No zombies in this zombie game, 0 out of 10 IGN. No, but for real, these things are f***ing terrifying. And at first, these are only found in the basement part of the game, so you can run away like a little bitch upstairs if you get too scared. As the game progresses, the upper floors start getting taken over by all this molded junk and they begin to spawn anywhere. There are only a handful of variations of molded, which makes fighting them very predictable. But if your aim is ass like mine, most bullets will be going to the wall around their head instead of actually hitting them. I was also pleasantly surprised with the lack of jump scares in this game. Everyone knows that jump scares are the cheater's way to scare the audience. There are more jump scares in the first hour of Outlast than the entirety of Resident Evil 7. There are a couple, but the ones that got me the most are like this. And less like the ones where the game actually tries to get you.
Where do you think you're going?
A popular opinion around the game is that it's creepy and not scary, which I can understand. But some people get scared off of the tiniest shit.
Oh my god, bitch, what the fuck was that?
So if you get startled by someone sneezing, then don't play this game. Or at least record yourself playing it. Should you buy Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? Well, it's the perfect game for you if you like being sworn at by monsters. If you like a woman who has a beehive for a pum. If you think being burnt alive is not a big deal. If you use water to reattach severed limbs.
What the fuck?
And finally, if you use Hey Bro bleach to clean your clothes. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This is my first attempt at a new series, so let me know what you think. Definitely pick up Resident Evil 7 Biohazard if you haven't already. The game is fantastic. Just a couple steps away from being perfect in my opinion. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.